Not long ago, I was laid off and couldn't afford rent on my Berkeley apartment. Out of desperation, I listed it on Airbnb, moving my stuff out every time it was booked. That small hustle turned into a blueprint. Today, I manage multiple units across Berkeley, Dallas, and St. Louis, making thousands in monthly profit. In this video, I'm going to share my story, the lesson I learned along the way, and how you can use the same path to build your own freedom. When I got laid off, I didn't know where to turn. I started doing Instacart. I started trying to do DoorDash, Uber, whatever that made ends meet. I also looked into websites like SF Casting, where they casted individuals to do extra work, like for acting, background acting, so on and so forth. And like I said before, I did Amazon. I tried different entrepreneurial businesses that didn't amount to nothing in the end. Then I thought about it. It was an idea of mine that was just out of instinct. Let me rent my apartment on Airbnb. Let's see how it does. But I also need to figure out where I was going to stay. I was so far away from my parents' house that I didn't want to go back and forth to my parents' house because they were like an hour, 30 minutes away. So I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was really nice for me to stay over there. I stayed over there every time my place got booked, going back and forth, just moving my stuff out and going back and forth. I had suitcases, so I never put my stuff in the drawers. So I was always cleaning my stuff out. This saved me a lot of money, and I was able to stack some money in order to pay the rent and also a chunk of change to sustain me. Hauling out bags in and out of the place, it really kept me disciplined. I really had to stay down for my come up. Once I got a job, I was able to do both work and rent my place out. And then I knew the cash flow was coming because I was getting paid for my job, consistent income, and my Airbnb income. I would say about a year or so, I thought about, hey, since I'm doing good in this, maybe I should go further into the business and scale. So then when I thought about scaling, I said, hey, I might need a mentor. So I reinvested. So basically I invested into mentors along the way. And I learned business credit, reinvesting profits. So this helped me go even further in the business. So my mental expanded and my finances expanded. Moving beyond Berkeley, I then went on to Dallas. Dallas had a good market, and I was able to acquire markets from the mentorship and the tools they gave me in order to do so. So I looked into prime locations and places next to hospitals and tourist attractions. And I got 2 units in Dallas. Then I went to St. Louis and I acquired 1 unit from there. And again, with the tools they gave me, I was able to get a nice 2-bedroom unit close to the stadium of the St. Louis Cardinals. Then after St. Louis, with the cash flow from St. Louis, I was able to then again invest into another unit in Dallas, Texas. So now I'm managing multiple units. That mindset shifted for me. Your past mistakes don't define who you are, and they don't define the ceiling. Sky is really the limit. If I could do it, you can do it. I built discipline and faith along the way. I went through many hurdles getting these units, things I had to figure out and learn along the way as well. I learned so much along the way, and that's why I'm giving you the tools that I learned. The key takeaways for the viewers are, if I can do it, you can do it. I flipped struggle and turned it into profit. When there's a will, there's always a way. Always have faith. Don't ever doubt yourself. Invest in yourself. Once you invest in yourself, then you can invest in other things. I invested myself into mentors that helped me feed my brain and to help what I learned, knowledge, and I put it out in the forefront, which helped me gain a lot of profit along the way. I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I did. And that is why I'm helping people now. I never want you guys to go that low of depression or struggle like I did when I was building this thing. Any way I can help, I will do that. Thank you for watching.